Hello everyone, my dear students. Today we will see some of the different non-linear partial differential equations and its solution in an easier way using our Charpit method. No doubt we are going to use Charpit method, but if you have understood the Charpit method completely, then you can understand these cases also. So here I put Charpit method and its equation in front of you. So these are the equations which we have to take in our account. See carefully. Hope you know all the equations of Charpit method. Dx upon dou f by dou p is equal to dy upon dou f by dou q is equal to dz upon p dou f by dou p plus q dou f by dou q is equal to dp upon minus sign dou f by dou x plus p dou f by dou z is equal to dq upon minus dou f by dou y plus q dou f by dou z. So these are the equations, and using these equations we call this as subsidiary equations, and using these equations we solve our example. Now if some of the values are 0 here, just like 5 derivatives here, dou f by dou p, dou f by dou y, then dou f by dou z, dou f by dou x and dou f by dou y. These are the 5 derivatives are there. If one of the derivative is 0, then our calculation becomes easier. So according to that we define our some equations are there. Suppose our first equation is like this: f of pq is equal to 0. If the equation is f of pq equal to 0, means I take the example here. Suppose p square plus q square is equal to 1. This is our equation. You can see only p and q are there. So f of pq equal to 0. Constant term we can take, no problem. Or p plus q is equal to pq. So only p and q are there. There is no x, no y, no z. If there is no x, y, z, means I get all 3 derivatives 0. Which are the 3 derivatives 0 I get? Dou f by dou x, dou f by dou y and dou f by dou z. All 3 derivatives 0. If I put all these values in our Charpit method, then you can see dou f by dou x and dou f by dou z, this is 0. Then dou f by dou y and dou f by dou z, this is also 0. So I get dp upon 0 is equal to dq upon 0. No doubt this first 3 terms remains as it is, but this 2 becomes 0, and from that I get p is equal to constant c1 and q is equal to constant c2, as we discuss in our example section, that whenever denominator is equal to 0 for certain variable, then that variable is constant we can take. So p and q I get the value, means from this equation I can say that f of c1 c2 is equal to 0. So we can find c1 in terms of c2 and or c2 in terms of c1 and solve the example, right? Means if denominator is equal to 0 here, directly I get p equal to c1, q equal to c2, f of c1 c2 equal to 0, and we use our equation. What is that? dz is equal to, yes, p dx plus q dy. This is very very important example to solve. Now we will substitute these values here. I get dz is equal to c1 dx plus c2 dy, clearly, and if I integrate, then I get z is equal to, yes, c1x plus c2y plus c3, correct? But you may think that we take only 2 constant, why the third constant appear here? No doubt we know that this c2 here, from this equation I can find c2 in terms of c1. So here c1x plus c2, instead of c2 I can write phi of c1 into y plus c3. So only 2 constants are there. Have you understood the step? Just 2 denominators 0. So I can get 2 values. Put the 2 values in your given equation, and from the given equation find c2 or c1 and use dz is equal to p dx plus q dy. Understood? Now the second case we will see. In the second case, we take equations of this type. Suppose the equations are f of z p q equal to 0, f of ZPQ equal to 0. Means what? Here equation is P square plus Q square is equal to Z. Right? Or you may take P plus Q is equal to QZ, like that. Correct? So such a type of equation, there is no X and no Y. So what's happened in this equation? When such equation is there, then what we get? We get dP upon P is equal to, because see, why I write dP upon P directly? Because in my equation here, dou F by dou X is 0 and dou F by dou Y is 0. Only what remain? P and dou F by dou Z and Q dou F by dou Z. So if I equate this, dP upon P is equal to dQ upon Q, either Z is cancelled, or if it present, if it is absent, or it is absent, right? So I get these two equations. So I can find P in terms of Q. I can find P in terms of Q or Q in terms of P. Understood? I can find P in terms of Q or Q in terms of P, and we substitute these values in our given equation. Put in given equation. Correct? We put this value in given equation, and using dz is equal to P dx plus Q dy, we get our answer. Understood it? Now all these two, we just write it properly and read it. Because from my side, I think these two are very important, so I just take it. See, equation of the form, first we take f of pq equal to 0. Then our Chapit's auxiliary equation is, or Chapit's subsidiary equation is, dp upon 0 is equal to dq upon 0. Because other term may present, but from these two we get the answer. So we get p equal to c1, q equal to c2. Clearly, put this c1 c2 in your given equation. So f of c1 c2 equal to 0. From that you will get value of c2 or c1. You may find in any variable, because that are the constants. Now use dz is equal to P dx plus Q dy. Put the value of P and Q and just integrate, you will get the answer. The second one is equation of the form f of z pq equal to 0. Then you get the equation dp upon p is equal to dq upon q. Then find value of p or q in terms of other variable, that is just like here p in terms of q we found c1 q. Put this value in your equation, given equation, and find the other value. Use dz is equal to P dx plus Q dy and solve the problem. Clearly, for example, I take here P into 1 plus Q equal to Qz. Correct? You may get both this concept. Now, third one, I can separate X and P and Y and Q. Just like this. So the third case is Z is absent here. Means there is no Z in the equation, and only P, X, Y and Q. These are the four variables there, and that can be separated, means X and P one side and Y and Q other side. Just like this equation, P plus X is equal to Y plus Q. This equation. One side P and X and second side Y and Q. Understood? When such a case is there, then you can see dou f by dou z is 0 because no z is there. Similarly, dou f by dou z is equal to 0 in Q also. Correct? So what I get? Only X and P and Y and Q. And here, dou f by dou P means only terms of P. Dou f by dou Q means only terms of Q. Like that, because we get the separate terms, right? So in that case, we get dx upon dou f by dou P is equal to dp upon minus dou f by dou x. Now you just cross multiply and solve this. Similar way, dy and dq you may get. So in this way, you can solve the problem. In fact, we can simplify this completely and we get value of dz. dz is equal to p dx plus q dy, because p we get in terms of x, q we get in terms of y, and you get value of z by integration. Understood? So this is our third one. Then the fourth also is there. Fourth, I can express z in terms of remaining value. The fourth case is all are present, but that is z equal to. all are present, but I can separate z and other terms are separate, and that other terms are like this: z is equal to px plus qy plus f of pq equal to 0. Sorry, not equal to 0, it is equal to, z is equal to px plus qy plus f of pq, and this equation is called as Cloritt's equation. Such a equation is called Cloritt equation. No problem, if you know Charbit method only, then also we are able to solve each and every case problem. So no need to separate it out. Only concentrate on first two cases and you will get the answer. Now for this, they have mentioned that its answer is very simple. Its answer is simply z is equal to c1x plus c2y plus c, where value of c is f of c1 c2. Value of c is f of c1 c2. Now you may think that this is much more easier, why we go toward Charbit method and everything. No doubt, but to find f of c1 c2 we need some calculations. So either you just take this one or the Charbit method, doesn't matter. Now why this happen? Why we get answer directly? To understand that concept, I need a Charbit concept, Charbit's subsidiary equation, or you may call it auxiliary equation. Here you can see dou f by dou x plus p dou f by dou z dp upon, correct? dp upon minus dou f by dou x plus p dou f by dou z. From this equation, given equation, what is value of z? I have to transfer to z to this side, so it is minus z. And what is dou f by dou z? Minus 1. So I get dp upon minus, yes, dou f by dou x. What is dou f by dou x? It is p. I am writing properly so that you will understand. Px plus qy plus f of pq minus z equal to 0. Understood? This is our equation. Now tell me derivative. Dou f dp upon dou f by dou x. It is p plus p into, what is dou f by dou z? Minus 1. So I get here p minus p 0. So I get dp upon 0. Similarly, I can get dq upon 0. So from this, it is just our second case and you can easily solve. Get it? So in that way, we can find c in terms of c1 c2, because from this I get p is equal to c1, q is equal to c2, and we get f of c1 c2, that is the constant, and we get our answer. So whenever such a problem is there, which problem? Z is equal to px plus qy plus f of pq, then we use it's a direct answer, c1x plus c2y plus f of c1 c2. Got it? But my advice is just going into all these cases, it's better to use our Charbit method. In that Charbit method, we will get all these cases. Okay, so we conclude our Charbit method here. Some examples I have shown you in last videos. Try to solve that problems. Okay, now we will start higher order partial differential equations.